Okay, I found one more shape I want to include. I think this is a beautiful chord. It's A major seventh. I love that. So, A major seventh. You may not even be playing that chord a lot yet, but what's the name of it? A major seventh. The major seventh chords are beautiful. Just for a quick example, it's A major seventh. Let's see, D major seventh. I use my index finger as a partial bar. Second fret, D major seventh. Well, E major seventh, F major seventh. Another place to play F major seventh. Okay, so let's just start with A major seventh. It's found in a lot of jazz type songs, you know, some of the good old-fashioned crooner songs, you know. So A major seventh. I'm going where? To my A string. Okay, and I'm playing my C major scale, starting with the A, which is the 6th degree of the A major scale, of the C major scale, sorry. A major seventh. Where's B major seventh? Oh, I forgot to tell you how to play it. So A major seventh is A seventh, all right? The same as A seventh, and it's 2nd fret. My middle finger is on the 4th string, 2nd fret. My ring finger is on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and my index finger is on that 3rd string, 1st fret. All right, it is like a D7th, only slide it over toward you up here, 1 string. Every finger, just slide it over. D7th, A major 7th. It's the same shape as a D7th. It's just move every finger over toward the 6th string by 1. That's all. So if you can play a D7th, you can play an A major 7th. All right, so there it is. So where's B major 7th? There's B. Using my capo, so now I have to switch fingers. Switch the fingers that are playing that shape to my middle ring and pinky. That's B major 7th. Where's C major 7th? Here's another way. C major 7th, the good old-fashioned way, is just a C without the index finger. So here's C major 7th, A, B, C major 7th, D major 7th, I'm just trying to show you there's different places you can play the same chords. D major 7th is also on the first 3 strings of the 2nd fret. Okay, so D major 7th. E major 7th. And honestly, I don't remember how to play the open E major 7th. I'll have to check that out. I think it's, I can't remember, honestly. I think it's, is it this? No, I can't remember. I have to look it up. E major 7th, oh, okay, A, B, C, D, E major 7th, yep. F major 7th, 1 fret up because E. F major 7th, G major 7th. I play my G major 7th like this. Okay, but a lot of chord diagrams will teach you to play it like this. Kind of a G, but a G, but you're actually going to play, I don't like playing it this way at all. You're going to put your index finger on the F sharp. I don't like that. I like it this way. So it's basically, yeah, I'll explain that another day. All right. I love these major seventh chords. So can you see how the A major seventh becomes B major seventh, C major seventh, D major seventh, E major seventh, F major seventh, okay? And so on and so forth. It's the same thing we've been talking about, okay? Let me talk about the shape of this D major seventh, okay? You don't have to bar anything, okay? Here's my D. Where's my E? So I'm starting my C major seventh. Hope I do this right. My C major seventh. No, this is my D major seventh. I'm only playing the first 4 strings. Yeah. Yeah. So what's it start with? D major seventh. Okay, so start on your D string. That's your 4th string. Where's E? Where's F? G? A? B? C? So here's my D major seventh. Where's E major seventh? Actually, don't even play. Only on this position do you play those 4 strings. Now, you want to play D to E, all right, is here. That's E major seventh. You could play here, because it's also an E. E, F major seventh. Don't play anything else. It won't sound right. Just those last 3, those first 3 strings. F, G, A, so do you see? Okay, and I'm not even having to bar with that. I mean, I could bar with that, all right? I don't really have to bar, so let me just do this. There's my D major 7 with the first 4 strings. All right, that's D major 7th. E major 7th would be here. I'm pressing with just my index finger. I'm not barring anything. I'm just using my ring finger as a capo instead of my index finger as a capo for 3 strings, and I'm pressing my E on my open D string. All right, E, now F major 7th, G major 7th, A major 7th, do you see what I'm doing? So I can generate all sorts of major 7th chords by just knowing those shapes, right? And I'll have to look up what E major 7th is in the open position. Why can't I remember that? I don't know why I can't remember that, because I've played it before. Anyway, I think that's it for this series. I can't really think of anything else at this time that wouldn't just put you into like overwhelming land, you know? So especially if you're not an advanced guitarist or an intermediate, whatever, you are now jumping into intermediate territory. So I recommend you don't have to go back to the very, very first lesson that I ever did, because probably you know that stuff already, but maybe reviewing, just maybe if you have a couple of hours or something, just going over the lessons and going, oh, let me just do that again, you know, and just keep going back and practicing. And in one of my series, I talked about my Jello theory, and that is when you're making Jello, sometimes, you know, you stir it up and you put it away for a while and you just leave it be and you move on and you do something else in the kitchen or whatever. and you wait a few hours and you go back, and that jello is now like jiggly and solid, you know. And that's the same with learning anything. Sometimes you can work it to death and you just end up confusing yourself. Put it away. In your brain, things will be happening when you're thinking of other things. You know, whether you want to go out and mow your lawn or garden or change the oil in your car or, I don't know, paint a picture or write a poem or, I don't know, pay your bills or whatever. While you're doing those other brain activities, in your brain still is, you know, what you put in the fridge, and it's solidifying. That's the case for all learning. That's the theory of learning. You know, that's what I call it, is my jello theory. So don't be afraid to like leave something and then go back to it later on, okay? Because you'll find that you get better. Sometimes putting it away, coming back to it, even your guitar for a couple of days, your entire guitar, a couple of days, a week maybe. You know, you're going to get rusty again, a little bit, yeah. But you'll be amazed at how all of a sudden now, I took a step forward that I didn't even know I was doing, you know. So that's it for now. That's this Advanced Beginner 2 series. Have to tell you, I filmed this whole series and I took it all down because I explained everything badly. So I really want to make this as user-friendly as possible. Like I said, I'm not looking for money. I don't care about that. I have everything I need in life. I'm fortunate. I'm not looking to get followers. If you want to follow me, great. If you don't, that's fine. If you want to put a like, great. If you want to put a thumbs down, great. But please give me a constructive, critical comment, okay? A constructive, critical comment, if you don't mind. They help me, all right? And if I'm helped, then I can be more helpful to you or to somebody else down the road. So, yeah, I'm not in it for money. I'm not in it for subscribers. I don't ask you to share. If you want to, great. If you don't, it's okay too. I'm doing this because I'm passionate about it. I'm learning as I'm teaching. I'm going, you know, there's that old saying, you learn something once, when you teach it, you've learned it twice, you know. So it's helpful for me to teach you because it makes my understanding more solid, you know. So, yeah, and I make mistakes. And just like I used to tell my kids in school, if you catch me making a mistake, you don't have to do any homework tonight. So, yeah, so, or you get 5 extra minutes at lunch. So all of a sudden my kids are listening, right? And they're like, I want to catch her making a mistake so I can raise my hand and say, teacher, you made a mistake. Like 2 and 2 is not 3, it's 4. Sometimes I would do it on purpose, you know, just to see who was listening. And oh, you'd see those hands fly up. And sometimes I would do it just not on purpose. And they'd be like, no, that's wrong. Okay, well then what's right? What should I have done? What should I have said? No, this is the correct. Absolutely. You get 5 extra minutes at lunch. You don't have to do any homework tonight. Oh, you get extra at, you know, gym or whatever it is, you know, or you get the gold star of the day. You get a note to send to bring home to show your parents how great you did catching the teacher making a mistake in a respectful way. Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Many blessings. Enjoy playing your guitar. Music is such a gift to me from our spirit. Okay, take care. Bye.